Diwali is a celebration of light in India, and it has some spiritual significance. Light is knowledge, and knowledge is not ordinary knowledge, it's knowledge of God consciousness. In knowledge of spirituality. We are all spiritual entity, souls, but we are not aware of it. And not only spiritual souls, different souls, we are one soul God, the Supreme Almighty God. That enlightenment is not possible until we meditate. That is why symbolically we observe this function of light.
Good morning.
So, the function of light is that we have to perceive God in the whole world, not in a house, not in a country, not in the world, but a whole universe. This body is little universe. And we can light up this house with God consciousness. In first center, we find that it is earth center. In the earth center, we can have light when we find light in Muladhara. And the cosmic light which pervades the whole universe also is reflected in Muladhara, also in the whole world. Muladhara is not only individual Muladhara, it is all-pervading, omnipotent, omnipresent existence in the whole universe. So, to perceive God in Muladhara is Diwali. That means enlightenment. Also in second center, we are in creative force for this is water element, where we find rasa, ananda, pleasure. So our mind is absorbed in worldly pleasures. When that will be lighted, we find that also this worldly pleasure which we find is bad. It is God's pleasure. The God has created this world, this water, for enjoyment, for himself. And soul is the witness to enjoy the whole celebration of light in the second center. Also in the third center, we are taking food. That is also light. But we don't find that it is actually God. Then we are in ignorance, we are in darkness. When we find that it's God, then it is lighted off. So that is enlightenment. Also in heart center we find that it is emotion. It is emotion for which we are absorbed and sometimes dangerous hazards comes about. And we find what it is. So if we can find that it is God, then no problem. It is lighted up. So it is also enlightenment. In fifth center, Visuddha, we find that that is also light. That means whatever doing, good or bad, we are doing something for the betterment of people, sometimes for the destruction of people. But everything is God. When we can find this, everything is God, there is enlightenment. Also, we can withdraw everything to Akya Chakra, the pituitary center, we find it was spirit, who has enjoyed the whole universe. Then we can go to the top of the heavens, where God exists as a supreme, almighty, omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient God, God the Father. So that is why sometimes in Bible the 7 churches are enlightened. It is as good as enlightening every churches, first church, second church, third church, fourth church, fifth sixth church, seventh church, and the top of the head. So, people who are in the world, they want enjoyment, external pleasure. That is why they light up. That is the day of enlightenment. This is what is Diwali.